Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with game number 2 of the South American Championships by TT Esports Playoffs, round 1, game 3, game 2 of game 3, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Tshow up against Coliseo Dragons. Game number 1 ended faster than most of our matches here begin, due to lobby delays, reloads, remakes, etc., etc. And Tshow looked very dominant. Coliseo Dragons, though, gonna have another shot. Tshow even banned the Darkseer themselves, which I'm sure they're very happy with, to be completely honest. They do get rid of Slaughter and Winter Wyvern, though, and we'll see what they want to pick up here, as Tshow have chosen the Queen of Pain here.
Yeah, Queen of Pain is definitely one of those heroes who can also just be part of a run at you and kill you lineup. Because with the Blink, even if it's only level 1, it's just 15 seconds cooldown, and with the max Scream of Pain early, you can just tear down those squishy supports, combine it up with something like a Night Stalker, and you can just, you know, wreck people.
It was textbook run at them Dota.
Yeah, it was textbook run at them Dota. And what's the best to do against run at them? Well, run at them harder.
Yeah, and you can't play Runaway Dota because they'll just keep chasing you, and they'll kill you.
Yeah,
like, oh, I'll just go to the fountain. No, they'll come to the fountain.
They have a run at you lineup, so you have to pick something that runs at the enemy even harder. Something like Spiritbreaker.
Yeah, and he's all about running, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's all about running, and he has a high HP pool, high armor, and just really annoying guy to deal with.
Reserve time.
Yeah. Now, Tshow have also not lost a match, it appears. I don't understand how they got less than 10 points in their group.
Maybe they didn't show up for one game?
Maybe one wasn't on the ticket, and then DotaBuff does not register it in that case. It says, though, that they haven't lost a match. That may not actually be the case, because, of course, it's just getting the data. But Bane will be the pickup for Coliseo Dragons this time. Yeah, and I think that's a much more solid opening than what they had last time.
Yeah, Bane himself is a pretty tanky hero as well, so run at you doesn't really work that good. And he's amazing against Queen of Pain because you can just Nightmare her and then grip her and then she's dead.
Yeah, pretty much. Not to mention, Brain Sap, I was just thinking of it as we were going through the game there. I'm like, Brain Sap is just broken. Like, what is it? Okay, 300 pure damage and 300 heal.
Yep, that's 600
on
difference.
14 seconds cooldown. Yeah, it's... Remember that Wraith King spell that they added and then removed, or were you not playing Dota at that time? The one that was on his E?
Oh, no, I didn't.
It, like, took 15% of the other hero's life and added it to your life pool for a brief period of time. And, like, max HP-wise, okay? It was insane! It was crazy.
Nice.
Anyways, Tusk will be coming out for Tshow, a hero I definitely like against Bane, again, to save them from that Fiend's Grip. But, as we've just mentioned, Fiend's Grip isn't really the problem. It seems like it's the problem, but the real problem is Brain Sap, and it's like, well, we'll just block the pure damage. Except you won't, because that doesn't happen very easily. Bristleback can do it. I think that's about it. Maybe Abaddon, but do you really want to pick an Abaddon right now?
Well, Omni Knight, you can just repel someone and...
That's true. Yeah, BKB in general, but they do ban out the Juggernaut, because they're saying, okay, they might want to pick a BKB. Let's just... No. No, you don't. No BKB for you. Broodmother will be the ban from Tshow once again. Can't blame them for that as well. I'd like to see Coliseo Dragons picking up their mid quickly, though, because I felt like last game, Joey did not have a good start at all. And he's been the star player on Coliseo Dragons, and since he wasn't able to do anything...
You know, a hero that you can use to win your mid lane kind of easy. You know, just throw out your spells, get some easy last hits, get your quick bottle, and then bottle crow from them.
And zone out the Queen of Pain as well.
Yeah.
She's very tough to zone, but if you've got a long range spell like the Lena's Dragon Slave, you can do it, because she has to get relatively in your face to get off Scream of Pain, and even the dagger.
Cost range is pretty slow when you don't skill it. Pretty narrow.
Yeah. I could also see TA coming out for Coliseo Dragons. That's a hero they've had a lot of success with. And the other one really being Shatter Fiend, and he's banned out, of course. So, but they'll go for the Tiny.
Tiny again.
I'm hoping this is like a mid Tiny or even a safe lane Tiny.
More safe than Tiny. I don't want to see mid Tiny against Queen of Pain. She can just skill her dagger and completely mess with the Tiny, and you don't want to.
I think if you do put Tiny mid,
win.
Bane is going to be babysitting Tiny.
Oh yeah, they could.
That's going to be what's happening.
You know, skill enfeeble first.
10 seconds
Because
remaining.
Queen of Pain, she doesn't want to get Scream of Pain level 1
5
to get last hits.
remaining.
But when there's a Bane enfeebling you, and you have minus 30 damage, that's so mean.
I don't think he's going to be willing to do that, though, over the Brain Sap. And they'll get the Ember Spirit once again, and we talked about how we thought we might see this band out. Now, keep in mind, just in the back of your mind right here, they could still get the TA. They could run Queen of Pain in the off lane. It's been done many times. It works just fine. It's not the best, but it can work. And they can still go for the TA Ember combo that they had that just says, oh, no armor, lots of physical damage, lots of magic damage, you dead.
Well, one
10
thing I want to
seconds
say about Brain Sap, you know, when you use the Bane to harass out the offlaner, I feel like getting Brain Sap is okay. But when you're in the mid lane, you can actually enfeeble the enemy because,
Reserved
you know, the enemy, he won't just back off and say, okay, I'm out, I'll go out of XP range, wait for the enfeeble to run off and then go back in, because you can't do that in the mid lane. An offlaner, he can do that. That's not a real problem. But in the mid lane, you have to stay there. You have to get your XP, and when you try to harass each other out with an enfeeble on, I mean, you deal no damage. Bane's gonna be happy about that. You don't need the Brain Sap to trade hits down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can trade hits even more efficiently with Brain Sap. Efficiently, excuse me. So, it'll be Razor, though, for Khaleesi Dragons. Now, this is an old school combo where the plan here is to Nightmare an enemy, drain that enemy, don't touch the enemy, just drain him, and wait. And then when they wake up, they're like, wait a second. Did I have like a sword or something, or like a set of lungs on me in the case of Queen of Pain? And they're like, nope, we took that while you were asleep. Sorry, buddy. It's literally the worst nightmare. It's in the best use of nightmare.
I mean, they not only take the sword, they also take both arms away.
Yeah. You're like, I just
get
got a hit, and you've got these little nubs attached to your shoulders, like, No offense to anyone with disabilities, but that's basically the plan. It's electric, if you will. And that can let Razor really dominate the lane. In fact, I think Tiny's safe lane could be even more viable now if they put the Razor mid and just say, okay, Queen of Pain has lost her lane. Because they'll be able to do that with this combo. I mean, if they aren't, it's going to be because of rotations from supports. And that's where this can be a little tough. So if you go up against a tri-lane with this, it tends to fail because the person that gets nightmared, the other person right-clicks, all of a sudden that person's nightmare, but you're already draining this one, and they just walk away.
I mean, you know, they lost the last game pre-20 minutes, so to adapt to that, you have to pick strong early game heroes to survive at least the early game. And if that goes really well, maybe you're just able to end the game and win it. But
yeah,
you have to survive that early laning
5
stage.
seconds remaining.
Indeed.
And I'm not really so sure about the Ancient Apparition pickup because there are no big healers. I mean, yes, Brain Sap can, Bane can heal himself with Brain Sap, but I don't think you want to pick an AA just to counter out that.
Yeah. Now, Undying will be the ban out here from Khaleesi Dragons, and Disruptor the ban from
Radiant team pick.
They're still predicting an offlaner. Dark Fury is banned, Slaughter's banned, Doom is out, Tusk is already picked up.
The only thing that AA provides is the either the Cold Feet stun, but it's kind of hard to get off, or the Ice Vortex. So
I do like the Cold Feet stun though when you're up against the Razor, because he generally does want to stand in the same place and wait to drain his damage. So the Cold Feet says you have to go somewhere, hopefully out of the range of my carry, or me in that case.
That's right.
I see their reasoning there. I'm not sure it's perfect, but it is reasoning. Okay, Bristleback for them. I like this. This is, you're going to run at us, we're going to run at you, and nobody's going to be happy.
Well, Bristleback's going to be happy.
Oh yeah, of course, but all these heroes are also fairly tanky, with, I'd honestly say, the exception of Razor. Looks like it'll be King RD's Earthshaker in the offlane. guessing, unless Baga picks it up. Oh, Baga will pick it up. Okay. Or Scythe, excuse me. He was Baga back in the day. Him and King RD were formerly on Pain Gaming. In case you don't know Ilummini, I'm sure many of our viewers do realize this, but just thought I'd bring that up.
Yeah, I mean, I've known the name King RD a little bit from before because I saw 1 or 2 Pain Gaming games. Wasn't like I was a big fan of the team or watched lots of the games, but I saw a few of them, so I kind of at least knew the name.
Yeah, and Baga was one of the players on one of the teams that I first cast in my first tournament ever. About 2 years ago at this point. I feel like a veteran now, Ilummini.
Yeah, just the old
all
man.
the hard years of casting amateur Dota have finally paid off. We've hit the big time, and we're so happy to have all of you with us.
That's actually a nice Homer Simpson that you dropped there. On the minimap.
Oh, I missed that one. Completely. So that was what was taking so long to get started. They were just having their pre-game art fest, you know? And there we go, we're ready now. So, Tusk will resume. It's going to be King RD on that Tusk. It appears in the off-lane role. He's been given a ward. Okay, they have a courier. Good. We've got CYS here on the Ancient Apparition. Garnet will be on the Queen of Pain. In the safe lane, we'll have HFN on the Ember Spirit. And last but not least, it will be... Who did I miss here? Baga or Scythe on the Earthshaker.
Yeah, and on the side of CDR, we have Ku on the Tiny, as well as Joey on the Razor, and ONS on the Bane, who... Yeah. And on the offlane, we're gonna have Neko on the Spirit Breaker and Nirvana on the Bristleback. And Bristleback didn't pick up a single point in any spell right now. No Quill Spray, no Harass. I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's a little surprising, although he does need to save his mana for the lane here. I like that they're running these kind of dual lanes. I'm still interested to see who's actually going mid here, and I'm assuming it's going to be Joey. He does have the kind of mid build, as it were, the 2 branches, 2 tangos, to get the fast bottle, but still have a bit of stats. Now up top, it looks like we're going to have a little bit of action as Spirit Breaker manages to swipe the bounty rune.
Actually, I'm surprised that Bane did commit for the Nightmare. I think he wanted to try to steal the rune. And
I think it's fine, though. It worked out fine.
The thing is, now he can't be that much of help in the mid lane.
No, he can. He just Nightmares Queen of Pain and says, okay, nothing you can do now. Bye.
Oh wait, yeah, they can Nightmare and Zap, right. I forgot about that. But Earthshaker's there. Onas has taken lots of damage.
Yeah, he does take a lot of damage from that Harass. Is going to be here to help Razor, and I think they are going to try to go for this Nightmare Static Link combo, which usually you don't see the Nightmare maxed out early on Razor, but in this situation, I'd actually say it's fine. And they've got Tiny a much safer lane. I mean, up against Tusk, if Tusk does snowball at him and he's got the mana, he can kill him.
He's in big trouble. Yeah, he's dead.
I'm the best cameraman ever, guys. I know. Thank you. Thank you. I've missed like half the kills in our very brief game here. It'll get better, I promise you. As here's the combo in the mid lane. Now, it's only 17 damage right now, but in the early game, that is a lot. That's a whole creep's worth of damage. Almost. And so we are going to see Razor continuing to harass Aquap here. And she just has a little more trouble last hitting. It's like, oh, I bought all these stats. That's nice, but doesn't matter.
Spirit Breaker, he's just standing in the jungle with no mana to charge and doing nothing. I don't like that.
He's warding. He is the ward. He's one with the ward. He's become the ultimate support.
Yeah, because it's gonna take him like a minute or even more to get the mana for a charge.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe he's just gonna walk up and try to bash.
Walk back to the base and charge back in.
Oh, they don't have Bane here. In fact, Bane is rotated down bot. And it looks like he's gonna try to go on King RD. Somebody ate a mango here, and I believe it was Tiny. Who, can they set it up? The Nightmare's gonna come through. Here's the combo from Q. And the Brain Sap to bring him down. Coliseo Dragons getting off to a much better start in game number 2. The way they like to.
And I'm actually surprised that Tshow didn't pick up a stick against Bristleback. I mean, for me, that's a no-brainer. You have to get that.
Yeah, it's quite surprising, to be completely honest. Now they will get Chilling Touch up. Ember Spirit turning around with the chains. They're trying to get the Cold Feet out on Spirit Breaker. They will freeze him, and they'll be able to grab the kill here. He tried to turn and charge. However, Nirvana doing a lot of damage. Can he get one more Quill Spray off? It looks like he can. He'll be able to almost bring down HFN. Yet the Mango will keep things going here. The chains come out, but it's not going to be enough. They make a trade, and it's a happy trade for them indeed, as they take down one more. Charge is going to come out on the AA as well to get Spirit Breaker back in the lane quickly.
Yeah, so very good trade for them, I feel like. I actually kind of want to see a bottle on Spirit Breaker, so, you know, that he can TP back, charge back to the lane, give the bottle to Bristleback and refill his mana. And they go in on Ancient Apparition. I like this aggression. But it looks like he's gonna be in big trouble, and yep, he's dead.
Yep.
As Spirit Breaker, you have to be manly, I feel like, but...
Sometimes there's too much manliness. You can't be a bucket of testosterone.
The thing is, you have to be able to get your kills.
Yep. And if you're not alive, I don't know how you're gonna get those kills. You're not techies. Imagine if techies though had charge.
Actually, I thought about picking
Terrible
techies. Could have been another thing that CDR could do, just to, you know, drag the game out to.
Yeah, but then
to a
you'd have to
later
pick a techies on this patch, and...
Oh, techies is still strong. I
Okay,
mean,
we'll talk about
I feel
that later. I don't agree with you at all there, but...
The thing is, there's no more limit to the amount of landmines and static mines that you can place down.
Yeah, but they're still really weak. Okay, anyways,
Well-
doesn't apply to this game. Let's move on from that. I have very strong opinions on that subject, and yeah.
Okay, let's just let it be.
Yeah. They are getting Joey a decent mid lane here. Now, he's not farming too well, but he is staying alive. He's, well, he's stayed alive for the most part. He has actually died once, as I say that. As they do rotate AA back up. HFN is looking to go in here. They're just trying to go on Nirvana at the moment, but he's not going to fall for it.
At least they forced the Oshaka to babysit the top lane now, and I feel like that's an achievement as well.
And that means that Bane can actually rotate down to the bottom lane. He got his haste rune.
Spirit Breaker is just standing in the jungle again. Okay, now he's
going, yeah. Going for Queen of Pain. She will throw out the ulti onto Razor, taking him down, but Bane's going to come in here. I believe they might be able to get this kill, except Earthshaker's rotating in as well. Yeah, they won't be able to get anything in return for that. They do bait out at least one fissure. They're looking for it. Garrett is salving back up. There's a snowball coming in onto Ons, and King RD will not get the damage through that. However, they will get another right click coming in there. Neko standing on the back lines, but can't do much of anything.
on the top lane.
Oh. Just as we were saying, they're doing great! Yeah, well...
Not so anymore.
Things falling apart a little bit, but, I mean,
Yeah,
hey, it's only 3-6.
In Ancient Apparition, they finally bought their sticks, so...
Top lane's over. GG.
Yeah.
Magic Stick? Oh, crap. We weren't counting on them getting 200 gold.
Okay, it looks like Ember Spirit is dead though. Yeah. Wait, no.
Wait, he might live.
The Ancient Apparition is low? It's too good? He has to be careful though.
Yep, meanwhile, Queen of Pain getting herself a bottle.
Oh wait,
Tusk
Ember
will bottle up
Spirit's
the double
They want
damage.
to go back in?
Wait. Can they though? They do have no mana on Spirit Breaker, but Nirvana has more than enough to deal with this. He'll get
And
blocked by the
gets
fissure.
Yeah, he's dead.
That's a rotation from Queen of Pain as well, though.
They actually didn't need it at all. Just Earthshaker was enough.
It seems like wasted time on the Queen of Pain's part.
Yeah, so...
Does get her boost, though.
Razor has a little bit better time now, and yeah, he actually went to max out the static link, and I feel like it's good this game, because...
Assuming the Nightmare thing works out, yeah, it's great, actually. As Spirit Breaker is getting dove on the top lane. Can he find a bash? HFN will be going down to this at least. Tiny on the bot lane. He's going to go down to King RD. Just got there to see him break apart there, as King RD now has his level 7 and a double damage rune up on him. I think we all know that it's just the double damage rune that won that fight. They're having to rotate awkwardly, though. Oh, On's taking a big hit there. They will get a drain out, as well as a charge coming in from Spirit Breaker. The Brain Sap coming through as well. They don't have a blink away on Queen of Pain. Scythe, though, he's looking for the fissure to cut off Bane. He'll actually just cut off Joey, and they will get that kill before Spirit Breaker can arrive. He's still going to go in and complete his charge, though. Unfortunately, won't do too much.
One
It's-
thing
it's
though
a better
we have
game,
to mention
though,
is that
Game Two.
Tiny's
Bottom tower
leading the
is
last
under
hit
attack.
board, so he was soloed down there against the Tusk most of the time, and he has been doing okay.
Yeah, Nirvana is going to get caught out now
Radiant's middle tower
by
is
the
under
Ancient
attack.
Apparition here. And Queen of Pain actually finding Bane as well. So,
Okay, I think Bristleback wanted to go for Vanguard, but he realized that he would not be able to get the money for the Vitality booster, so he
I think
kind
he's
of
still going
goes
to go
now
for
for
it.
the power threats. Yeah, he should get the Vanguard at some point.
They do manage to grab Spirit Breaker there with the Queen of Pain, but Joey coming on in. They drain 89 damage from King RD, but I'm not sure to be quite enough. Plus, they can't really just chase after the Frozen Sigil right like that. Not very easy. Queen of Pain with an Invis Rune does get a Scream off on Joey, doing a decent amount of damage. What we haven't talked about, though, is the Tiny, who is currently the top farmer on the board in terms of last hits. Now, he has died once. He might be able to turn this around, though. There's a slow from those Ice Shards. He'll go on the Ember Spirit, and I do like that to slow him down. Get rid of the Flame Guard. Maybe keep yourself alive a little longer. Can he get the Bottle Charge off? He gets one. Tries to get a second. Won't quite be able to get the third as Earthshaker comes in with the Fissure. And Spirit Breaker is still only level 4, and he's just not fast enough with the charge.
Yeah, and I
moment.
don't like the point in Empowering Haste because it doesn't speed up your charge.
Oh, it doesn't at all? Wow.
No, they changed it. The
It
charge
speeds
speed is
the...
set now.
Oh, big ult from Quab coming out. They'll grab the Earth or the Spirit Breaker. They'll get the Bristle back as well, and now they're looking for Ons, and he has nothing to work with here. No Brain Sap because it's off cooldown. 17-4 as game number 2 is looking like a similar stomp.
Bloody murder.
Yeah, I don't know.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I feel like they have to stack Ancients for Bristleback to finish.
Oh,
the Vanguard.
HFN though. Can they get one more hit in? No, they can't. As Q almost goes down yet again. I would, if I were him, I think you need to pick up a Bracer or just
Bristleback
start on a
charge
drum
soon.
or something.
Radiant's top
He
tower
knows
is
no
under
fear.
attack.
He has to get the Ember Spirit. And there's no mana for TP for a few seconds.
he's gonna back off.
He cancelled.
I think it was smart. Once he sees that Remnant placed down, he knows that Ember's going to come back, and he's going to TP out. Or at
Yeah.
least that's the intention, but this time it is true. Dynamite picks up. Oh, dear. That was a miscommunication. Tiny actually needed that for his bottle. Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Tiny is going to get
Tiny's
run
in
into
trouble.
by the Tusk.
Oh no.
He tries to get something done here. Does do a lot of damage to King RD. Now they'll go in, but against the Ice Sigil, even if he does get a bash, it's not nearly as much damage. There are Searing Chains available. They will connect on Neko. He does get a bash, but he's going to be forced to almost man-fight here, as Garnet is getting kills in the top lane. They'll take down the Spirit Breaker, and they're still losing no one since the first 4 kills that CDR have been able to get. Things have escalated quickly here.
Yeah, Tshow, they were really able to come back from the early CDR lead. And yeah, I feel like this Bristleback, he isn't doing too much. I don't know.
Yeah. He hasn't
You
gotten
want to be
anything since
tanky,
I
but
last
you
looked
are
at him.
not. You are not tanky.
Yeah, you've got regen, which is nice, but on Bristleback, I'd almost advocate having the Vit booster before the Ring of Health. Because once your laning stage is done, the Ring of Health isn't doing much for you. Let's be completely honest. Like, you want the base HP, and HFN has found a stack.
That's just really true.
He may have stacked it himself, but I think he found it. Either way, though.
Wait,
Uh,
you missed the last creep?
Maybe that was on... no, it wasn't. Okay. I was thinking maybe he leaves it there as like a, we know we're in your jungle. Like his calling card. HFN was here. Meanwhile, up top, we're
Can they maybe
gearing up
be
for a
careful?
fight. The problem is there aren't levels at the moment on Coliseo Dragons.
That's
Radiant's
the
middle
other
tower
problem.
is under attack.
Ons, can he save himself? He tries to get the brain sap off. Unfortunately, though, Joey is going to get slowed massively. He's dead. The ult comes out from Quap. Q in a lot of trouble. They'll charge on in, but they're on the wrong side of the tracks right now. Will they get the Quap? They will. Q
Nice
picking that one up.
cover.
He's up to 1,600.
Middle tower
The
is
wand
under
will keep him
attack.
alive for now. He gets hit once again. Can he survive? It looks like he can. That's a very big kill for them. Fight recap, where are you? Fight recap, Shako Slam comes in, but it's not going to get the kill just yet. They managed to grab it. The Tusk Snowball coming in. Is Neko going to survive? He only gets away on 5 HP. One more right click will finish it off. But they get a few more with it. Tusk picking up
Radiant's
the Spirit
middle
Breaker
tower
leads to
has
Bane
fallen.
grabbing the Ancient Apparition. They already killed off the Earthshaker. It's a good few kills here, and Fight Recap's going to show us they get about 2,000 gold off of it. Tiny almost to that Blink Dagger. It's a good thing he did hold out for it in
They
the end.
really needed that.
Meanwhile, though, Ons gets picked off by King RD. Yeah. Nirvana getting body blocked. They're just trying to buy a little time. As the Ember Spirit comes on through here, he didn't want to turn around to Nasal Goo. If he did that, he would have been in big trouble. He knew at that point they were rotating. And Ember now with Boots of Travel. Not as aggressive a build as we saw last game. Last game he did go phase drums. And I like the Boots of Travel a bit better, but yeah. If they pick off Tiny before he gets his blink now, things are going to get pretty ugly. But Tiny does have almost half the kills of the team here. Joey is in some trouble. I'm really surprised he hasn't picked up his ultimate yet, but it will possibly interfere with Bane's Nightmare, so it could be a problem. Now, HFN will get hit here, drained significantly, 84 damage. Unfortunately, Plasma Field won't connect. Neko doesn't have an ult up just yet, or an Urn Charge to work with. Meanwhile, King RD is godlike as he picks off the Tiny, and I don't believe there was a Blink Dagger purchased on that one, Ilummini.
No, it wasn't. Oh, that's so sad.
Radiant's top
King
tower
Ali,
is
he's
under
just
attack.
having an amazing time.
Radiant's
He's got a
structures
mech
are
and
fortified.
mana boots, 13 minutes in, and he could conceivably finish Guardian Greaves by the 15-minute mark.
I think at that point you just go for Desolator, seriously.
Radiant's
Oh,
top
I wouldn't be
tower
surprised
has
at all.
fallen.
Ons is going to come on in here. He could have
Radiant's
possibly
bottom
Fiend
tower
script
is under
that or
attack.
something.
Nah,
He's
just
not going to
wrong.
get stunned. He needs to Brain Sap. He'll get that off at least. HFN is probably going down, but he blocks the damage. It was too soon for Bane to die. It was way too soon for the Spirit Breaker. They will grab him just barely with the Plasma Field. Can they turn this around anymore? Nirvana coming in. They do buy back on the Ember Spirit, a luxury he has since he's got so much gold, but Tiny with the Avatos will be able to grab the Ancient Apparition. He will briefly get frozen, but there's no follow-up available. Meanwhile, King RD is here. Nirvana trying to turn his back. King RD trying to get at least to the side of him to deliver the punch. He does a lot of damage, but can they bring down HFN again? It would be big if they can, but they're not quite finding it right now. As there's not enough heroes here yet, and they're a little too slow. They have a smoke. They do have the blink up on Tiny, but they've got to make something happen. Having the item isn't enough, and the dodge!
So close.
Coliseo Dragons hanging on by a thread here, but keep in mind it's still possible. They do get a D-ward here. That's going to be very beneficial, wasting some of the precious
And
resources
don't forget,
there.
Ember Spirit bought back, and he only
Oh,
got
no.
the return kill on the Desolator.
They've got a Brain Sap available. They try to use Q. He's trying to live long enough if he can juke, but he's going to get hit by the Ice Blast anyway. The Ember Spirit able to bring him down even without that. As the charge is coming in, but it's far too slow. Still only 1 point in charge, and I just...
Yeah, that's the problem
Radiant's
with empowering
bottom
haste.
tower is
It
under
does
attack.
actually speed up your Charge of Darkness speed. Because
Yeah.
that one is dead.
It gives you a little bit of extra damage on your bash when you actually hit someone, since that's based on damages. Meanwhile, Razor gets picked off mid lane. The problem is, I think Razor has not gotten anything, and we haven't seen
Radiant's
the
bottom tower is under attack.
presence.
The Nightmare static link combo that we wanted to see. Yeah. This Razor pick wasn't
Radiant
big deal.
structures are fortified.
Yeah. And Neko will charge out here. They're going to have Nirvana rotating, but already he's almost on no health. The Echo Slam comes on through. Ohms, even if he was able to Nightmare himself,
Radiant's
would probably have gone
bottom
down to that
tower
Ice
has
Blast. It's
fallen.
35 kills on the board.
Radiant's
Tshow
middle
are
tower is
on
under
the
attack.
warpath here.
Yeah, this game is not good, looking good at all. And
Do they have potential to hold high ground, do you think? I mean,
not really. I mean, your Bristleback has 7 deaths.
Dire's top tower is under
and it's a
attack.
Bristlebat. That's the big problem there. Tiny, oh no.
Radiant's bottom tower
He thought he was
is under
safe inside
attack.
his own base, but Queen of Pain already has an Orchid, and they pick him off as well. They've got 40 seconds without Tiny here. They're sitting in the fountain. Do they smoke up? Do they just call
Radiant's
GG?
bottom
Please
tower
don't just call
is under
GG. Put up a
attack.
fight, boys. Come on. Let's make something happen here. Give the people what they want. Oh dear, that's not what the people want, unless they are cheering for Tshow, in which case they're very happy right now, I'm sure.
Radiant's bottom tower has
In
fallen.
case they want raping, they get
Radiant's
it.
bottom barracks are under
Yeah,
attack.
maybe they might just be waiting on Tiny to respawn and sitting in the fountain until then, just saying, take our racks. We're gonna give it one more shot. They get a Blink Dagger on Quap, and this is where, this is the point where, okay, we're getting a little cocky at least. Guardian Greaves. Let's just all walk up to the shop and say, hey, what's going on? Okay, they do
Radiant
call it.
structures are under
Yeah,
attack.
they will be dropping down to the lower bracket where they'll be facing the loser of the second game of the night. Unfortunately, this game was quite the stomp, as was game number 1. But Coliseo Dragons, hopefully not giving up complete hope, as they will be facing either Lucchini or Kawai in the next round. Now, that game is coming up, but it's in almost 2 hours. So, unfortunately, we don't have any more games for you right away. But I'll either leave the stream going with some music, or we'll just take it down and bring it back up in a bit. Of course, I'm SB Revolution 5. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at SB Revolution 5. You can also find me on Facebook at SB Revolution 5 Dota. My co-caster has been Ilummini. You can find him at Ilummini Dota on Twitter. That is ILUMMINI Dota. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I don't want to misspell it and they follow somebody that's like...
I mean, the
not
name
you.
is in the title, so...
Oh, that would help too. Yeah. And of course, Truesight TV, everywhere there's social media. We really appreciate that. Special shout out to Dota 2 Lounge for hosting the match, of course, and bringing most of you wonderful viewers in. We also, of course, have Azubu sponsoring the tournament. It is on their platform, as well as TT Esports, who supplied a lot of the prize money, I believe. We'll be back with another game later. So, Ilummini, any final thoughts from you?
Just one thing to mention, maybe. I pulled up some stats from Dota Buff, and I saw that Tshow actually has about 20% more GPM and XP per minute than the CDR
minute?
team over the course of the whole tournament.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's
And
quite impressive.
Tshow is actually leading in
The
terms
highest,
of GPM
yeah.
and XP per minute, so they're doing
Yeah.
great, at least in that regard.
They are indeed. So, very impressive from them, of course. And they are sitting at the top of the most successful, well on the way to possibly winning the game. They will be going on to face the winner of our next match. And that will happen on Saturday at 6 p.m. So, should be pretty interesting. Of course, guys, don't forget to throw out those follows. We appreciate the social media, and we'll see you guys in a bit.
Yeah, guys, stay tuned.